Funani calls his friend Benjamin, checking if the coast is clear. He tells him that the collapse on the stage wasn't bad. He is okay. Benjamin was concerned. Funani talks to him about the DNA results, checking if he is very sure that Ona is his daughter. Benjamin tells him that they did the tests over and over again, and he is very sure Ona is certainly his daughter. Benjamin teases him, asking him if he impregnated someone or if someone is blackmailing him, and offers to deal with the culprit. But Funani asks him to keep the situation with the test to himself. He shouldn't say a word to anyone. Benjamin promises to say nothing at all, but he is very curious to know what is going on. He asks Funani again, and Funani tells him that he also doesn't know about what's going on, but he wants to find out. And when he does, someone is definitely going to pay. Faith wakes up and discovers that Funani is not there. Nkosi tells Dorothy that the DNA confirmed that Ona is not Zobuhle and that he regrets bringing it up. The therapist did say that his trauma will bring back false memories and he shouldn't give in to that. He should have listened to her and not to go and tell Funani everything that was happening. Nkosi telling him is just giving him false hope. It's raising false hope again. Dorothy tells him that it's not his fault. He shouldn't bite himself up for it. Nkosi says he was just not supposed to look back because there is only pain in the past. He should just focus on his future, which is Vusi. And that's all he is going to do from now. Dorothy tells him that Mampho is going to love that with a giggle. Nkosi wonders how, because he has been there for Vusi and everybody knows that. Apparently, it's not enough for Mampho, Dorothy adds. When they all went to the fashion show, Mampho was busy changing Vusi's diaper, saying she doesn't know why she has to deal with the poop, whilst baby daddy is busy partying and having fun. This makes them both laugh. Faith walks in and calling out Funani. Dorothy tells her that he left before breakfast. Faith is puzzled. He left early morning. He looked like he was going somewhere, but he didn't look dressed for work. Faith and Nkosi think he is out busy with House of Zwide work. Rhea brings coffee for Isaac and they have a little chat outside. Isaac appreciates the tea and tells Rhea that it is also warming his fingers. Rhea suggests that he should put on gloves if he is cold. He refuses, saying with the gloves he will not be able to feel Rhea, with a smile on his face. Rhea figures out that he is just using her to keep warm. She says this with a naughty smirk on her face. They talk about how they can't believe Ona got the job. Funani walks in, greeting the Molapo family. Not expecting him, Isaac asks what he wants and how they can help him. He tells them that he was in the area and decided to visit them and see the young lady Ona. Isaac, with shock, asks him why. Funani tells him that they will be working together, so they need to grow closer. She is going to be his assistant, so he wants to properly know her parents. He says this, offering them a bottle of whiskey. It's the head of the house who raised a daughter who's brilliant. It's actually for him, for Isaac. Isaac takes it, but he doesn't look happy at all. He offers them to go inside because it's getting cold. Rhea tells Funani that he is welcome in their home anytime. Isaac calls Faith privately, telling her that her husband is at the house. Faith is shocked by this. They both ask each other what he is doing at their house. They both have no answer to that. Isaac tells her that Funani arrived talking about getting to know Ona and her family because they'll be working together. Isaac tells Faith that there is something he doesn't like about this. Faith quickly shuts him up, telling him that it's his fault. Ona had left House of Zwide. Instead of letting it go, Isaac begged Funani to bring Ona back. Isaac defends himself, saying that as a father, he couldn't sit back and watch Ona's future fall apart. Faith tells him not to do anything. Like it or not, Funani is going to be a big part of Ona's life from now on. That could mean more visits like this one. She tells him to Yuma Funani for now. He shouldn't worry because the man doesn't know anything. Ria walks in on him and he quickly hangs up the call, telling her that he was talking to a customer. They both go back to the lunch table. Funani tells the Molapo family that he has always known that honor comes from a warm family. You can see it in her character and dedication. They talk about a lot of things, especially about honor, her school days, and how she has always wanted stylish clothes. She altered her school uniforms and was sent home a lot of times to put on the correct uniform. Ria agrees that Honor has always been the big fashionista in the house. Funani reminds Ria that she is also stylish. He wanted her to help him with the designs countless times. Honor takes after her with being stylish because it runs in the blood, says Funani. Honor says that it is sweet of Mr. Zwide. But Keleto quickly jumps into that topic and tells Mr. Zwide that Honor isn't Ria's child. Everyone tries to stop her, but it's too late. But we all know that, she says with a giggle. Honor then opens up and tells Mr. Zwide that her mother actually abandoned her when she was still a child, and it was just her and her father for a few months. Funani is excited to hear this, and then he applauds Isaac for being a single father, raising a child alone. Ria tells Funani that it's good the mother left because she seems to be a difficult woman. Honor's biological mother was around not so long ago, wanting to be back in Honor's life. Keleto jumps in again and adds that Naledi has some sort of demons. She tells him that she is trying to make conversation when they try to stop her. Honor holds Ria's hand and tells Funani that Ria is her mother, her true mother. The rest doesn't matter. Funani is astonished to hear this, that Honor's mother is still around. It's surprising. Honor asks to be excused from the table. She didn't know that Funani was coming and has other things to do. Ria tries to stop her, but Funani allows for her to go. He will sit with Isaac, he suggests. Mampho does a young catwalk towards Nkosi and models in front of him. She is looking very good. She hands over the baby monitor to him, telling him that she is going out, so Nkosi is the one who's staying with Wusi. She gives him some more instructions about the baby and rubs it in that she is going out. Nkosi asks where she's going, and she tells him she is going to leave her life. She has plans. Stay with the baby, she says. Stay with Wusi and have fun. Mampho cats walk her way out and Nkosi watches in awe. I'm beautiful, I'm hot. As Mampho walks away, Nkosi looking again, astonished. Dorothy walks in laughing at Nkosi. Laz and Pearl sit for coffee, complaining about their feet. Laz complains about her feet being exhausted because of the fashion week. Pearl also complains that her voice is also tired. Laz is thinking of taking the Caribbean cruises that she's always dreamt of. Pearl suggests that she goes with Laz, for the men of course, but he refuses. Laz tells Pearl that he hasn't seen her with a man in such a long time. It's like she's been single for the past 2 years. Pearl tries to make it sound better by telling Laz that she has had other guys within that time. It's quite a stretch, Laz adds, a dry spell. He asks her if she is not dehydrated. Come on, Pearl, you need to get some, she says in quotes. Get some, get your freak on. There's a knock on the door on Sandile and Nambita's door. It's Mampho and Honor. Mampho calls them a bunch of losers. She is really back. Honor and Mampho notice that the two are not okay. So much depression, Mampho comments. As they are having their whiskey, Funani comments that Isaac, actually, the person he was dating just left the baby there and abandoned it. I would be confused, he says. Isaac tells him that those were tough times. He didn't know anything about children then. Funani convinces Isaac to drink up. He tells him that He thought Faith was the one he was dating at the time, so he got another woman pregnant. That is unlike him. Isaac corrects him and tells him that Naledi came after Faith. Funani confirms the name Naledi. He's hearing it for the first time. So now he keeps that name in mind. He gets him to continue drinking because he got the whiskey for him. We all know that Funani is trying to get him to talk. Isaac complains that Funani is asking him some really intense questions. Funani hides behind the whiskey, that it makes him very talkative. Isaac asks Funani what a design assistant is, what Honor's role would be, what her duties are. During the drawing process, they help him draw the design. They work together. They are his assistant. That's Honor's role. The 4 interns enjoy their get-together as they have some snacks and chat. Sandile forgets and offers Mampho a shot of whiskey. She refuses because she is a new mom. Mampho, you're really old now. Sandile teases her. I am not an old lady, she defends herself. They all decide to do a toast, and Nambita suggests that they toast to the end of an era. Mampho tells them that's a boring toast. She tells them that they are all looking at this the wrong way. Sandile tells them that it's sad because they are about to lose their house. And then Nambita also adds that they have lost their jobs. How else are they supposed to look at it? Mampho decides to paint the vision for them because she has always been the visionary of the group. She has Vusi, that means she has Nkosi and is set for life. Honor rolls her eyes after hearing this. Mampho tells Nambita that she has all the money from the De Villiers. That's a good thing. And then she tells Sandile to marry Sandile for a brighter future. The only person they should worry about is Honor. Honor rolls her eyes and says, that's a fight Mampho is brewing. They all laugh at this. It gets a little sad as they start telling each other how they will miss each other. It's going to be very lonely without you guys, says Honor. We wouldn't have been here without one another. On another note, they decide this is not a funeral. They decide to drink and have fun before they start crying. We're still going to see each other at the next Fashion Week. Mampho stands up and calls for a group hug before she changes her mind. That is very sweet. Internship ends well. Funani tells Isaac that he did a good thing by allowing Honor to do what she loves. Isaac wonders why they are not bringing snacks. Ria and the girls are not bringing snacks. So he decides to go and call Ria to bring the snacks himself. Funani uses this chance to browse through Isaac's phone for Naledi's number. He manages to get it in time and saves it to his phone. Well, guys, this is it for this episode. Very interesting stuff happening. I wonder what will happen in tomorrow's episode. Will Funani call Naledi, meet up and get the truth? What do you think, guys? Is gearing, hit it up. You don't want to miss the next episode. Thank you for watching. If it's your first time, remember to subscribe to get the latest.com.